What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new YouTube video. This is Mo Crypto, and today, guys, we're going to be exploring one of these projects. Okay, so there's one of these particular projects that I discovered a couple days ago that actually got me a bit excited. So I dove deep into it, and I've been talking to the dev. So we actually spent a few hours talking on Telegram, and you know, he's a nice dev to talk to. He was very open. He gave me all the information I needed. He answered all my questions. So you know what? I thought I might share this project with you guys because it does have high potential. Now, as you guys can see, the markets are looking a little bit good today. It's actually, you know, past midnight right now. It's actually Monday, 12:30 in the morning, so it's past midnight, but it's looking good. It's looking like the protocols that are built on Pulsechain, the tokens that are, you know, based on Pulsechain, that have been down for the past couple of days at the end of the week because of the Pulse pullback, they're starting to pick up again, right? And my wallet actually started to pick up again because I used that opportunity to DCA into some of the positions that I had, right? So early in the year, I didn't have a lot of Pulse, I didn't have a lot of HEX, I didn't have a lot of PulseX, I didn't have a lot of Ink, but you know, as I was diving deep into the protocols of Pulsechain, there's so many things that, you know, caught my attention and made me feel so bullish that I started to DCA every couple days. So if you guys talk to any of the people that I usually talk to about Pulsechain, you'll see that I've been telling them I'm actually DCAing my position in there. And one of the protocols that actually is helping me DCA is Warren, because every time I'm claiming a Pulse DAI LP. So that helps me build my Pulse, right? Now, the one thing that I've had as one of my top 3 tokens in my portfolio is HEX. And HEX is one of the most important tokens of this ecosystem. Now, according to the dev of the protocol, HEX is one of the most valuable tokens of this ecosystem. And we all know that. I mean, we've been brought onto Pulsechain because Pulse and HEX are some of the main cryptos that are potentially going to do multiple X's come the bull run when the SEC court case with Richard Hart closes. Hopefully those tokens are all gonna blow and everybody's gonna be super filthy rich, you know. So HEX is one of the tokens that I want to accumulate, and I'm telling myself that I want to accumulate half of my bag in Pulsechain on Pulse tokens, a quarter of my bag in HEX, and then I have a smaller portion of INC and PulseX, and then a bunch of other memes and other small cap projects. Those small cap projects might actually blow up. Now, how about this? Why don't we get a small cap project that's going to help us build our bag in HEX? And this is what I found out, guys. This project is so bullish. So this project is called Caviar. Okay, so it's the most premium passive income. Now, I'll tell you guys a little bit more about this project. The idea behind it is great, but what interested me the most is actually the safety that they have for the people that are invested in the protocol. And I'm going to dive deep into all this information in today's video. So make sure you like the video, subscribe, comment down below. Guys, let's get this video out because you're going to see this actual token, what I have in mind actually happens. This is going to be a real big player. So guys, as we get on the UI, you guys can see it says earn HEX passive income. So you can check how many HEX you've earned by putting in your wallet, and this is based off of how many of the tokens you have of Caviar, right? So the way it works is basically a reflection token. You own Caviar in your wallet without staking anything into PulseX. You're actually earning HEX on a passive income basis, which is beautiful, right? It's a beautiful thing to have. And typically I would have not liked this kind of project because I'm not a huge fan of reflection tokens, but Caviar is renounced, is the founders are doxxed, there's an audit, there's LPs that are locked for like many years. So a lot of the things that, there's a lot of supply that is being burnt continuously. So a lot of the things that you want to see in any kind of DeFi protocol is available in Caviar. So it just makes you want to ape in, you know, just makes you want to DCA your position to Caviar, because the bigger your position, the more volume on the ecosystem, the better your rewards are going to be in HEX, right? So over here on the side, you can see that 1 Caviar equals 105 Pulsechain. So that's around $0.01249 dollars. I have 0 in my wallet right now. The accelerator. So the accelerator, we're gonna come back to this one. I'm going to tell you exactly what the accelerator does, but it's actually super cool. The supply burn over here, you guys can see there's a burn plus accelerator. There's 1.1 million that has been burned so far. So that's 13,000 that's been burnt, which is awesome. Total reflections and HEX giving out to holders, 142,000, guys. There's 142,000 HEX that was given away to holders. Let's look at what that is in terms of dollar amount. Okay, so I pulled up this chart over here, which is basically the website is hexstats.today, which gives you the main information you need to know about HEX and you know, a bunch of stuff about the ecosystem as a whole, which is pretty cool because it also ties into the price of T-share, which is around $577. So you guys can see over here, it says the HEX price is 0.018. So we're going to go ahead and calculate that. 0.018 multiplied by the amount of HEX reflection tokens that we're giving out to supply to the ecosystem holders. So there is right now $2,558 that was given out to people that are just holding Caviar in their wallets. That's not taken into consideration the fact that Caviar itself could go up in value, right? Right now, this is what we can see. The price of Caviar is sitting at 0.01250. So on the day of the launch, you guys can see that the coin went from nothing basically all the way to 8,000, 7,500% up in value, which is beautiful. Then it got a retracement, and then it's been kind of going up, right? It's been kind of going up, which is a good thing to see. It's a brand new token. That's why there's a lot of fluctuation. And the thing that is special about this token is that it was airdropped to some token holders of previous projects of the devs that are working on this particular one, right? And they saw some kind of flaw where a lot of people that owned a lot of the tokens in the ecosystem needed to be staked to be earning some HEX. Now, what this project aims to do is by owning Caviar, you're earning reflections of HEX into your wallet without having to stake anything. So it just, you know, they found that opportunity and they said, why not make that happen? So from the launch price, the project actually so far has done a 3,200% up in price, which is awesome, right? And this is the kind of stuff you want to see. Something that's not too bad, something that's not going up and then crashing, something that's stable, and something that's tied to Pulse, to the Wrap Pulse token that might have a very good potential come the next bull run, right? One thing that we need to take into consideration while looking at this token is the volume. And right now, as you guys can see over here on the right side, the volume is 7,100 in terms of buy volume and sell volume in the last 24 hours, right? So that's going to be very important for us because we're going to be calculating what the potential is in terms of reflections to your wallet, depending on how much you're going to be investing in Caviar, right? Right now, there is 519 token holders and there's 56 LPs. I've earned 0 so far. Bonus buy, how does it work? Up to 10% buy bonus every hour. Hourly bonus tokens are free. Secure your buy bonus fast before it vanishes into someone else's hand. So that's pretty awesome. I'm guessing if you get airdrops to your wallet as a bonus every couple hours, I think. Well, every hour based off of this indication over here. So that's pretty awesome. Let's look at the ROI calculator. All right. So let's say the amount of tokens you want to invest is $500, right? Okay. So let's say you buy 40,000 tokens right now, which is around $500. As we just mentioned, there's 7,100 estimated total value. And then let's say you compound that, right? You guys can see that you earn daily 29 cents in terms of HEX. Weekly, you earn $2 worth of HEX by just depositing $500. So that's not bad, right? You're earning 0.4 weekly. So if you multiply that weekly amount 0.4, you guys can see that you earn monthly 1.7%. So in terms of returns on investment, it's a very moderate return. It's not that bad. Now, one thing about this that I love is that the higher the daily volume of transactions buys and sells, the better your returns are going to be. And the maximum that this protocol had when they launched was around 100,000. So let's say we do 100,000 and then we calculate our ROI. So now your $500 actually gave you $4 per day. That's not bad at all. That's almost 1% per day in terms of HEX reflections, guys. This is what we need to focus on. This is HEX reflections. That is one of the most important tokens of this ecosystem. It's a beautiful thing. So listen, I mean, this is something that I feel like could have a lot of potential, which is why I decided to talk about it. But before I did actually talk to you guys about this, before I thought of making a video about this, I wanted to do my due diligence. So I went and spoke to the dev and we talked for hours and he gave me some information that I'm going to give you guys in just a few minutes, right? So Caviar, taste the tears of your haters with the most premium yield. Now, when I read that, I was like, okay, taste the tears of your haters. Why should we say that, you know? But then I scrolled down and then we see over here, it says, taste the tears of your haters, Richard Hart. So it's basically something that the Richard Hart said in one of his live streams or somewhere on Twitter or somewhere in an interview. And it makes it much more funny at that point, you know? A hyper deflationary asset with a 0.5% burn on buy, which earns you HEX as passive income via a reflection process. So 2% on buy, 5% on sell reflection fee. Just hold and earn. The greater the network activity, the higher the HEX reward. So as we said, the higher the volume of buys and sells, the more rewards every holder is going to have. And right now with 500 holders, this could boom at any moment. Additionally, an accelerator protocol allows users to claim a reward for accelerating its growth. Contract acts as a benevolent whale, using accrued rewards to buy and burn and add liquidity, essentially causing snowball effect of buy pressure and burn liquidity in the long run. So that's pretty awesome. This is information about Caviar. So there's 21 million fixed supply, 0.5% fee burnt on buy, 2% fee paid in HEX reflected to holders, auto staking on buy. 5% fee paid in HEX reflected to holders, auto staking on sell. That's pretty awesome. Hyper deflationary. So HEX passive income, dedicated yield farming pool, and self launch. So there is going to be a farming pool that's going to allow people to earn some additional yield. And this was a self launch, which is beautiful because there wasn't that huge hype on day one where everybody got all their tokens then they dumped on the market. You know, it was a stealth launch. Everybody got it when they had to get in. Once the project is going to gain that momentum, this could be a very good opportunity for everybody that loves the HEX ecosystem. 2x reward only for V2 Pulse Caviar LP providers. So if you are somebody who has, let's say, $100,000 in the bank and you want to provide some liquidity, you earn actually 2x the amount of HEX tokens that anybody else would have because you're providing liquidity to the ecosystem. Make sure to hold at least one way worth of liquid Caviar to get LP rewards. The ownership of the contract is renounced, so they don't have any access to the contract. They can't make any changes to the contract. Whatever you guys have here is what you have. The buys and sell fees, that's what it is. The reflection to holders, that's what it is. You can't change that contract, which is beautiful because any other project could just be like, okay, we are going to retain the contract rights and we're going to make changes whenever we see fit. This one is like ownership is renounced, contract cannot be modified. So that's beautiful. 15% of supply in liquidity, Pulse liquidity locked for 15 years. 15% of the supply and liquidity Pulse locked for 15 years. That's beautiful, guys. That means that the project is here for a long time because they locked Pulse liquidity for 15 years. That means they anticipate being here for 15 years plus. Obviously, it's cryptocurrency. No financial advice. We don't know if this is going to happen, but this shows a lot of commitment to the protocol. 67% airdrop to holders, no expectation PRC20. So this was an airdrop for other holders that used to have this, other tokens that they used to have based off of the devs, and people that were part of that project, they earned Caviar. Some people sold, some people are still holding till this day, and they are getting HEX on a daily basis. 7% initial allocation to no expectation wallet, 6% to marketing, 0.5% whale limit at launch. So whales can just be buying $100,000 worth of tokens. Limits raises at 20 tokens per second after launch. No whale limit after second day. So essentially, they didn't want a lot of people to just have a lot of tokens into their wallets and then just dump it once the price is going to be high. It's going to really hurt the ecosystem and the token ecosystem. So these guys decided to put some kind of whale mechanic on the purchase of those tokens. So that's pretty awesome. 5% of supply in an accelerated contract only buys and adds LP and never sells. That's pretty awesome. So this basically means that over time, the more this protocol gains momentum, the accelerator is going to keep adding more buy pressure, and that's only going to be increasing the price of the Caviar token. So when I read these stats, you know, in my mind, this project is going to have at least a 5 to 10x, at least 5 to 15x actually, in terms of pricing, because the market cap is so small right now. It's at 260,000, right? There's a lot of potential that this would moon if there's going to be a lot of activity. Right now, there's only $7,000 worth of volume, right? There's 138 transactions. This just needs a bit more eyes. I feel like I'm one of the first that does a video on this. I haven't seen anybody make a video on this, but this could gain a lot of traction, especially for somebody who loves Pulsechain and loves HEX specifically. You guys can see it's right over here. This Caviar. Click on Caviar and you can buy it with your Pulse tokens. I'm going to buy some right now with my DAI. So I have some DAI in my wallet that I'm going to, you know, frequently DCA my position in here. And we're going to see how well this does over the next couple of days. And I'm excited to see how this does actually when it comes to price appreciation. Because if there's going to be a lot of activity around this token and a lot of people hear about this video and watch this video as a whole and are bullish on the protocol, this might be something that can catch fire, and it might be getting a few X's. So I'm excited about that. Perfect. So we got ourselves $100 worth of Caviar. So that's pretty awesome. As I said, guys, this is like an introductory video about the protocol. I am going to be, you know, buying into this frequently because I do like some HEX rewards airdrop to my wallet every now and then, right? Right now I do have 35,000 HEX into this wallet, so that's roughly 636. But we'll see, guys. Maybe, you know, maybe this project is gonna turn that into 50,000 HEX. I don't know. We'll see. Caviar token is decentralized, obviously. So Caviar crypto is a decentralized protocol with no admin key. So there's no admin keys. The admins don't have access to it, and no middleman. Contract code is public and verifiable. There is no team and no organization behind it. So this is a completely community-driven project, which is why I love this thing. You know, it's just like PDAI, a completely, you know, community-driven project. There is no team or no organization behind it. Anyone is welcome to enable front-end to interact with the protocol. It is an individual community effort for those who believe code is speech, and speech is a protected human right. Together we stand against the control of monopoly of the fiat system, because basically decentralization is the way of the future. Taste the tears of your haters. I have 7,675 Caviar tokens. So as the time goes on, we're going to see how much I'm going to be earning in terms of HEX. If you guys like this video, I can make more of these kind of videos. This is going to be super cool. So the fact that the code is immutable, the fact that there's no admin keys, the fact that this is a community project, the fact that there's an audit. Actually, I didn't cover the audit, but there is an audit that has been done to this protocol. The fact that the devs actually have all of these projects under their belt makes me feel like this project is here to stay for a long time. So it just got me a bit interested, and I wanted to cover this for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to share it with everybody on X, everybody in your Telegram communities, everybody everywhere, basically, because we want this to go out and then we all earn some HEX passive income. Right, guys? So I am going to be tracking this protocol in the next few weeks. I'm going to be making follow-up videos if you guys enjoy, and hopefully you guys jump in too. If you do, please let me know in the comment section below. Let me know how bullish you are on HEX, how bullish you are on Pulsechain, and I'll see you guys in the next video.